What up? Um, I come here to meditate. Well, I only came here once, but still. Um, uh, Let me take my headphones off because it's dangerous to be somewhere out here without being aware of your surroundings. Because I grew up in the projects, you're always supposed to look around you. And watch your back. But if I had my glasses, it would be a better experience. But I came here last year around when my aunt, well, technically she's my guardian, but she raised me and we all call her Aunt Marie. Um, she had her flaws. We had our battles. She was a character, but, you know, before she passed away, I just started thinking about everything. Like, and in a way where it was like a more of from a grateful, in a grateful way. Why do I feel like this is haunted? Um, but let me take my headphones off. This shit is weird. Um, Let me sit down real quick. But in a grateful way, and also I just start thinking about everything, like the littlest thing in the world to the biggest, the good, the bad, the ugly, the good, when you get along, and then when you fight, you get along, when you fight, and then times where this person, basically since you were born, was there for you, you know, and growing up, you like, this is my arch enemy because this person likes to push buttons and poke at you and stuff, and she was a poker, you know. Some people just like had to like stop being phony and just say what it is. It's not dissing nobody, dead or alive, but like I said, everybody has their flaws. That person was a poker. They did push the buttons, but they had to have a lot of good in them, you know. And not to brag, but the reason why this is so deep for me is because and I'm gonna tell you why this place specifically, as far as like it being like a place where I literally like I bawled into tears as if it was the first time I saw her in ICU. Like when at her funeral, I was more at peace. Or even before we even went to the funeral, I was more at peace because she's at peace. She's not suffering and all that stuff. But whatchamacallit, like that person's been there since I was pretty much like born. Like, and for anybody to have anything to say about that, like they're insane. Like, you flat out just fucking insane. Like, and it doesn't matter if it was perfect, and there's no perfect relationship. Don't mind me, it's my allergies. It's not that I'm crying, but there's no perfect relation. But when you like look at people in your life, friends, family, whatever, and you have a genuine connection with them, just cherish that shit, you know. And at first it seems like they're fucking like annoying and they get on your nerve and you get on their nerve and blah blah, but in reality, and when the shit hits the fan, you know, if you're a person with gratitude, that lives with gratitude, and you live with you know, empathy, and you live with you know, purpose, you'll start to see like, okay, like the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that without you in my life, or without me in your life, I don't know how far I would get in life. In life, I ain't gonna lie, this look like real tears, but it's my allergies. I took my eye drops before I came, so but without you, I don't know where I'd be. You know, am I saying I'll be in the worst place if not that person adopted us? No. To be honest with you, nobody knows that. You know, the average person is gonna say, oh, like they're gonna assume the worst. You know, I understand that, but at the same time, I try to be an optimist. Like, you don't know, maybe you be, for anybody who's in the foster system, I hope they find a great family, or I hope the family finds them. That's great. I hope they, you know, people, you know, get to live the life that I live, because, you know, like I said, like I had a hell of a life in just like 20 some years. Like, I feel as though I've lived 3 lives, you know, because, you know, you battle depression, you battle bipolar disorder, you battle psychosis. I used to hallucinate. I'm off psych meds now. Like, my behavior patterns was a lot different from middle school compared to it was when I got older. obviously because you're a kid, but still, like, the way I am, I'm very defined. So with that being said, like, some people stay the same, but because I wanted to change and change for the better, that was the only difference that made every difference in the world in my life in general. Am I saying it's gonna bring like millions of dollars in your life? No. I'm saying it's gonna bring abundance in your life, even just as much, you know? Um, but with that being said, this song that um I learned about from being like a wrestling fan growing up as a kid, I think around like middle school, it was WrestleMania 23. And this song is called The Memory Will Never Die. And it's by Default. Shout out to Default. And it's one of my favorite songs of all time. It's insanely good, and it's like one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in my life. Just by the first time I heard it, I was like, wow, this song like literally resonates with my life. Like but at first it was like a sad song, and you related to it to certain things that you're happy about, sad about, whatever in your life, and things that's going on around you, you know, things that, you know, that's happening, you know, because that's what music is, for you to relate to it. And then when a certain person in your life, like I had a counselor that, you know, I was close to, took me to you know, because I had an IEP, and I was a regular ed, then special ed, then regular ed, but I had an IEP my whole life. And, you know, I had a certain support system basically. And took me to fucking Split Splash, and we all had a good time and stuff. And then I got the news that he passed, you know. And then certain people left and right just passing away in your life and stuff. And it's hard, but at the same time, it's like it's fulfilling knowing that you got to experience them at the same time. It's like I said, like sometimes that person could be your arch enemy, and sometimes you probably went too far by cursing them out and blah blah blah. But that's life, that's love, that's family. Like that's like there's no perfect family. Like either you're gonna make me feel bad for the things I've been through in my life, as far as like with a certain person in my life that you have no say so in. No, like your opinion doesn't fucking matter, because most of the time you wasn't even around. You know what I'm saying? Like you was there for temporary moments, but you was not there from like birth to being raised by that person. You know, so to me, nobody has a say so but you and that person. You know, and maybe you or they are the type of person that, you know, either you keep it real, you don't. Like, oh, Tony, something wrong with Tony, blah blah. You know, and you go back and forth. You know, and you like certain things they do, they like certain things you do. You don't like certain things they do, they don't like certain things you do. But I bring up this song to say, because I'm sounding scatterbrained. That's because that's just how my brain is. I bring that song to say because, like, ever since they passed, I was sitting here in this very area, sitting right here, and I was on my Spotify, and I just looked up the song, and I was trying to find the title. I couldn't remember it, and I haven't listened to this song in years. Maybe it's probably since high school, but still, I haven't listened to the song frequently, basically. And most times when I listen to it, I burst out into tears. It's not because of Ma, it's more about just the fact that you lived a hell of a life. And like I said, there's the good, the bad, the ugly. And you just go, damn. I'm only in my mid-20s, and I feel like I lived 5 lives. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like I'm an old soul, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I got a long way to go, too. Like, if God has me on this earth for more years, I have to do what Ma said. Not do what she said, because I'm always going to do what I want to do, because I think for myself. But as far as doing the right thing, because my folks, her and her husband, who his name is Adam, and he's, you know, live with me, and, you know, I'm head of the household. You know, this house is going to be passed down in my name, God forbid, when he goes. But I plan on to move on from that point on, when I get my finances even better, and then go from there and pursue stand-up and everything else, and being a writer and all that stuff. But I was thinking to myself, like, damn, man, this song is literally my life. Like, you know those songs that you like, yo, like, this song is my life. Like, comment down below. If you're watching this, comment down below if you have your top 5 songs that literally gets you to that place where you like, yo, like, this is my life. Like, from the notes to the guitar strings to the drums to the lyrics to everything, just the emotion behind it, the lyrics, everything is just right. It hits you just right. And you're like, damn, this is literally my life. And I was just thinking about everything, man. Being in the car, going up and down uptown, and times where we argued, and times where she had my back, times where I had her back. It's like, and it's not just about her, but it was mainly about her for whatever reason. Because no, not for whatever reason, because this is around when she passed, so it made sense that I was around here when that happened. But I forgot what month that was, but I definitely was here. I don't know. I think it was around. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Bottom line, it was a close time frame between me sitting right here and just like balling, like, and just in life, you like looking back in your life, you go like, damn, like there's a lot of people that has not experienced the things I've experienced, good and some bad, but vice versa. Like, there's some people that have never been homeless, and there's some people that have been homeless. And my whole thing is that we, instead of comparing our lives as far as upping each other as far as on the ego side of the game, we should really be learning from each other and saying, yo, this motherfucker's strong. You a strong motherfucker for overcoming homelessness. You a strong motherfucker for battling mental illness. You a strong motherfucker for battling addiction or addiction in your family. You a strong motherfucker for dealing with a motherfucker that's twisting your character and doing defamation of your character. You a strong motherfucker for being a single mother and going to GED and getting her diploma. We should be upping each other, you know? And to me, that's what life is about. That's my definition of life. Is everything that you go through is for you to learn from it. And maybe you don't know yet. Maybe you're not paying attention yet. But later on in life, like I said, same thing with that song. Everything just aligned with that song in life. I was like, wow. Like, this song hits way different than it did before, man. It did. It hit way different. Like, and yeah, you know, I just want to do a quick video on appreciation, and you know, we living in, you know, strange times, you know, beyond the word COVID-19. Unfortunately, like, over 500,000 something odd people have died from COVID, and the numbers is growing, and in very few areas as far as the COVID-19 conversation, there's some progress going as far as people wearing more of their masks and stuff and washing their hands and staying far from each other most times. But you just gotta, like, realize that, like, yo, like, there's nothing wrong with, you know, procrastinating just to make sure you get back on it. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. Just make sure you learn from it. There's nothing wrong with, you know, being human. Just learn from it, you know. And I don't know any human being that has never failed and has accomplished everything that they accomplished, you know, because it takes to fail to win, or to succeed, you know, whether it's in relationships, friendships, career. I don't care what it is. Like, sometimes you gotta get your ass beat in life, you know. Life, nothing hits harder than life, you know what I mean? Like, nothing hits harder than life. And it humbles you, you know. Coming from anger issues, and coming from a history of family anger issues and a history of family suicide in my family, that I found out more later than I did growing up, for whatever reason, that just shows you the disconnect between family. And I'm gonna just be real, it's not being disrespectful. And sometimes it's questions that's never asked, and sometimes answers that's never given. But at the end of the day, this is your life. Nobody can speak on your life but you, if you're keeping it real. If you're keeping it real. If you're keeping it real, nobody can speak on your life but you. Only you know those times where you stood in the bathroom and you go, damn, man, you know, I really, really want to, you know, like, figure out how to beat this depression, you know. I really want to figure out how to, you know, like stand up to this bully or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Anything that's struggle in life, only you know, and and a lot of us don't realize how strong we are. And that's why I'm doing this video. Like, a lot of us think that we're pieces of shit. No, you're also dope. You're also dope. Like, I sorry to be so overly optimistic, but that's just how I am. You know, and whether you're rich, whether I'm rich or poor, financially, I mean, I just know that for a fact that I have my soul intact. I'm gonna be who I am, you know. And there's times where you're negative. There's times where I'm negative, you know. There's times where you have to check yourself, but it takes practice to be a certain way all the time and to become what you want to become, like, and not fall into that trap where you let somebody sacrifice their shit just to sacrifice your progress. Like, nah, like, and most times we don't realize that. We let people take us out of our character and out of our element and out of our purpose because we're trying to prove to them that we're not scared, we're not punks. A real G is somebody that just handles their business and keeps it moving, keeps their head up. You know what I mean? Like, and handles their business. So even though I said it like 18 times, but yeah, like, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this video, and maybe I'll be on my way. Maybe it'll be a different day, but I gotta do a part 2 of this video and show you some memories of my life and funny moments and funny stories, and give you a reason why, like, this video is like a good video to listen to if you feel like you're alone. You know, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in the dark, man. And even if you're one of those popular kids, you know, and popularity don't mean shit most times, in my opinion. But if you're one of those popular kids growing up, or popular people, popularity is the image. It's who you are, you know what I mean, and what you do, you know. And I've been in dark places before too. It doesn't mean that I've been in the slammer. It doesn't mean I've been here. It doesn't mean I've been there. But we've all have our definition of dark places. You know, everybody has their versions of struggle, and like I say, like, the other side to it is you go outside, you see your homies. You know, one of them probably, you know, got out of the hospital from an illness or accident or injury. One of them probably got out of jail. Your homegirl probably, you know, pass her exams, like, and you just, like, get around the right people, not just anybody. Just because somebody want to be up under you doesn't mean that they're the right people for you. I just want to be clear. Not everybody that wants to be up under you is always the right motherfucker for you. I'm gonna make that real clear. But the people that you think that are right for you and don't tell you what you want to hear, but they tell you what you need to hear as far as to become your best version of yourself, and they are not quick to judge, man, keep those motherfuckers, man. Keep those motherfuckers. Keep those certain people, those 5 friends, those 5 people, those 2 family members and those 3 friends, or 3 family members and those 2 friends, whatever. You keep those motherfuckers in your life to the day you die, because when you out here sitting on the bench and you old one day, if you make it to that age, especially if you black, because of this racist ass system, you go, damn, like, I beat the game. But I don't have none of my homies here with me. But at the same time, they in spirit. So it feels good to sit here from a space of, like, gratitude, you know. Like, no matter how much, like, in life shit tries to put you down or keep you down, you don't stay down, you know. I'm a firm believer in not staying down. Because times where you were down in life, no matter in whatever it was, you got back up the next day. So if you can do that with that, you can do that with something else. You can always get back up. I don't care what nobody say. You can always get back up and try. As long as there's air in your lungs, you can always do something, you know. Thanks for watching. My name is Antonio, aspiring comedian, and open micer. Very brand new comedian still. Like, it's only been like two years, maybe 3. But yeah, and a lot more to, you know, this person in the camera. And just like with you, everything has dynamics and layers. Like, you know, you're not always a label. But I thought this would be a great video to upload. And just if you feel like listening to something that, you know, reminds you of what you need to be reminded of, just listen to this. Listen to There's people out there. It no matter. I mean, it does matter the amount of views because it's hard to find people like that. Like there's people that's real, but there's people like you, man. There's people that's like flawed. You know what I mean? Like we just gotta find them. Because not everybody's gonna be just as transparent. Um, but yeah, like, and sometimes you'll be around a lot of people and you still feel alone because loneliness comes from misunderstanding, if not no understanding. Because this person thinks they understand. Yo, man, Tony, I get you, man. I know you all your whole life. If you understood me, you wouldn't be combating my mental illness. You wouldn't be combating anything that has something. You will be understanding me. You wouldn't be combating me, you know? And like I said before, like keep those people around you. Keep those right people around you. Just because somebody up under you all the time doesn't mean they're right for you. I'm a firm believer in that. There's so many examples of that. You just have to have the courage to be like, sometimes change is just sometimes change is necessary, but it's also inevitable. This whole shit might change one day. Me sitting here. And that's one of the things I was thinking about too, because I like history a lot. Growing up in school, I was, smart kid, but I just didn't give a fuck about school, like to the point where I'm like, yeah, I like getting like a grade. Like I didn't give a fuck. I was a silly dude. I just cracked jokes all day, and I read in the back of the class. I wrote, and then that expanded to me becoming a writer as I got older and stuff. And one of these days I'm gonna be self-published. But outside of academics, history popped in my head when last time I was here. Besides the situation with the person that raised me that passed, but in general, like, wow, like human beings, like, look, like we came a long way. And I just sat there and I'm like, wow, like we are very flawed, and sometimes human beings can be very stupid, and we can be arrogant at times, but we fucking push through, man. Sometimes in the wrong ways though. Actually a lot of the times we push through and one of those wrong ways is colonizing, you know what I'm saying? But in general, like we push through, bro. Like that, like the way that river is moving, that's you in your life, and you don't realize it. You just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep going. Black ass. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully this touches somebody. And just be you. And don't let nobody keep putting you down. And don't, like, when people try to make it seem like you the only one that's fucking up, or you a fuck up, and they twist who you are, they probably just jealous. Like they fucking jealous. Like, and you gotta keep the more you be you, the more they go away. It's almost like they don't even exist no more. You're like, oh, where he at? Like, where she at? It's like in the first case, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to like replicate that same energy to show you that, Anyway, thanks for watching.